stay-home order, and the mayor says not so fast.
Lifting the state and the city's stay-home orders on their end date is pretty much a done deal. Is that fair to say?
No.
The story behind the photos from Denver that got the world's attention. People in medical scrubs standing up to protesters demanding that Colorado open now. And an astonishing act of generosity.
For the first 24 hours or so, we were just wondering, which of our neighbors would have done that.
Someone rained restaurant gift cards on a neighborhood and might just save those restaurants in the process. That's next. Colorado's stay-home order is ending on Sunday, ending without the widespread testing for COVID-19 that the state's own public health leaders have long said we would need. Democratic Governor Jared Polis made that announcement late this afternoon. Colorado is going to reopen despite stagnant testing levels. Businesses can get back to business. Schools will remain closed for the time being. The governor says he would like to see bars and restaurants reopen by mid-May. It's a significant shift from the governor, whose own public health experts were saying that increased testing was going to be a requirement to reopening.
If we had all the testing in the world right now, all the testing we wanted that we could deliver, it might mean that the social distancing, instead of 60 to 65%, maybe it would be 50%, right, for the next month. And we would love that. You could do more at 50% than you can at 60 to 65%. But we don't have all the testing we want. We're rapidly scaling it up. We have 10 times as much testing as we did when we started. Many county healths that we're supporting, Eagle County is there with regard to their ability. Many other counties are stepping up, and private providers and hospitals. But that means that where we need to be with these interventions, protecting the most vulnerable, wearing masks, testing and isolation services, all of these things combined are what we need to do, along with the precautions that we take at our workplaces and when we're shopping, to be able to have a sustainable way that we can get through this.
So, a brief comment about what we are seeing play out here. Colorado's difficult decision on how and when to reopen had us talking the other day about the perpetually single person's dating dilemma. You really only have three choices. You can hope for a miracle, or you can lower your standards, or you can keep waiting, perhaps indefinitely. Governor Polis has decided that Colorado is going to lower her standards as it relates to widespread testing. Now, you can decide whether doing that versus waiting longer on an extended stay-home order is the right thing. But you deserve the respect of being told that we are lowering our standards and not pretend like the standard did not exist as recently as a few days ago. Perhaps the governor and his team realize that Colorado is actually so far away from widespread testing that there is no way that we could sustain the economic harm of waiting for that requirement to be met. Perhaps the governor and his team got some new information that widespread testing is not as vitally important as they so recently thought. But Coloradans are going to be in this relationship for the long haul here, all right? We have months of shared sacrifice ahead as we loosen the stay-home orders, and all healthy relationships are built on trust and respect. So we're back to our dating game. Our choices were a miracle, or to lower our standards, or to keep waiting. Colorado has decided to lower her standards. We should talk about why. Colorado's public health experts today offered their clearest explanation yet on where they think we have been in the COVID-19 pandemic and where we are likely to go in the months ahead. With testing limited, state epidemiologists are left to essentially not guess, but calculate with math and science how many Coloradans have been infected with COVID-19 so far. And they think about 65 to 75,000 Coloradans. That's a bit more than 1% of the population. You figure in our 449 known deaths, and that means that the fatality rate for COVID-19 in our state is 0.6%. Your chances are absolutely fantastic, but that is 6 times more deadly than the seasonal flu, for some comparison. Take a look at one of the charts that they showed us today. So they're estimating that currently we are at 75 to 80% social distancing, 75 to 80% reduction in contacts. Their models call for a significant level of social distancing to stay in place through most of the rest of the year in order to keep cases from bouncing back up and spiking beyond the level that ICUs can sustain. That flat white line is ICU capacity. The red line is 55% social distancing. Okay, so again, we're going from 75 where we are now down to 55. They think if we let up too much and we go to 45% social distancing, that's that big white line up top that overtops hospital capacity in the end of July. Now that model takes into account continued social distancing plus face masks plus essentially stay-home restrictions for people who are in at-risk groups, in addition to increased testing and isolation, the same thing that the governor was throwing cold water on about an hour after that modeling was released. So Denver has its own stay-home order and has its own public health experts, and today they were talking about how poorly we are doing in terms of testing in comparison to where we want to be. Denver's public health director, Bob McDonald, was saying he would like to see us testing something like 1,500 to 2,000 people a week, and he said currently they're in the hundreds. The mayor also talked about the stay-home order that runs through April 30th and the need for more testing.
It depends on how robust we are moving toward that number, and if the impediments to that number we can get over them and ultimately find ourselves to the place we want to be with regards to testing.
So you could have different municipalities making different decisions, and the governor did allude to that today. He also said that Eagle County is likely to be the first county to be able to lift stay-home restrictions, even before April 26th, when the statewide order runs. Governor says he plans to be up there on Thursday or Friday. He said that county was one of the early hotspots, put in restrictions early, and they will get to lift those early. Mesa County is asking for an exemption as well. 449 Coloradans are known to have died from COVID-19. 1,800 of the more than 10,000 confirmed cases were serious enough that that person had to go to the hospital. We know that within the last 24 hours, another 215 Coloradans got to go home from the hospital. And as I said, testing is pretty stagnant at this point. More than 47,000 people have been tested statewide. When anti-stay-home rallies were planned at the Capitol on Sunday, we expected to see the signs, we expected to see the chanting against the governor's stay-home order. What we did not expect to see was what happened 2 blocks from the Capitol. Our Marshall Zellinger found out the story behind the photos that have been seen around the world.
I just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
You may not know Allison McLaren by her bandana-covered face.
Yeah, I was right here and I moved into the street a little bit, so right around this area.
By now, you certainly know her work.
I did have some people that were concerned that I did stage the photos. I, as a journalist, know the code of ethics. I would never do that.
McLaren is a freelance photographer. From this video posted publicly on Facebook by Eric Hansen, you can see McLaren approaching the intersection at 12th and Grant.
I do not know anything about them. They did not want to be identified.
The woman in scrubs told a reporter from Westward she's a physician's assistant. We've asked social media for help trying to connect with either person with no luck.
I don't think he said one word. But he pointed at the ground and he was like, pretty much signaled to go around him.
Michael Kimura is the one in the Bulls jersey approaching the man in scrubs.
I get out of the car and I tell him, I'm like, dude, I gotta go. Like, I might have to take my daughter to the hospital, After he didn't respond, I did get, triggered by that.
And from this video on Facebook, you can see him inch his truck ever so close, trying to get by.
Next thing I know, I look back over and he's ripping a sign out of my girl's hand. I got out of the car again, which probably wasn't a good idea. I don't really care if the dude's a doctor or not. If it comes out he's a doctor, I'd like to apologize to him regardless, and even if he's not, as a human being, I'd like to apologize to him.
If there was a reason that they weren't actually healthcare workers, which I do not think is the case, I don't think it really changes anything because it's a powerful message. Nurses standing strong.
When Allison McLaren approached that intersection, Kyle, the 2 in scrubs were blocking traffic on a green light. At some point, police got involved, pulled them aside, and allowed them to walk into the crosswalk when the light was red so that they weren't impeding traffic, but then they would move off afterwards. And I'll make my plea again. If anybody knows who the 2 people in scrubs are, we would like to hear from them. Next at 9news.com.
It would be very interesting to hear the mindset that went into their decision to get out there in the middle of it. All right. Thank you, Marshall. A lot of Coloradans are doing what they can to keep their neighborhood businesses afloat.
We've been buying $15 worth of croissants or whatever we can afford to, try to keep them going, but nothing like this person was able to do.
One person alone made a huge difference for those restaurants and an entire neighborhood. A pandemic does not prevent our promise to never forget, and the Columbine community adjusts its annual tradition of service to this distant time. That's next. May I make a recommendation? This is where we point you towards something that didn't come for us, but I think is worth your time. April 20th is a date that is layered with loss in Colorado history. We're going to talk about the Columbine school shooting in just a moment. But April 20th is also the day of a little-known tragedy in our state's past. It was the day of the explosion at the Alexander Aircraft Plant in Inglewood in 1928, an explosion that killed 11 people. Despite that loss, doesn't get a whole lot of notice. Two local writers, David Gilbert and Reed Underwood, put together a look back at that largely forgotten day, and you can find a link to their work on the next Facebook page. April 20th has turned into a day of service for Columbine high school students, a day of service to their community in remembrance of those lost 21 years ago. Not so easy to do this year with the current circumstance, but our Nelson Garcia shows us how they persevered.
Dear Josephine, I know it is difficult to not be able to see your friends and family.
Of all the ways to honor the victims of Columbine,
we just wanted to tell you that we are thinking of you.
Writing letters.
We think about you every day and hope you are doing well.
Is one way COVID-19 cannot stop students like junior Danielle Colleen.
In the past, it's always been going out into your community, but obviously that can't happen.
So I think it's really important that they know that we are all in this together, even though we can't be there with them.
Junior Kim Modler also made masks, in addition to her note to someone living in senior housing.
I know that this is an incredibly hard time, but the Rebel family wants you to know that we are all in this together.
Social studies teacher Jeff Garko.
Yeah, this is our 4th year for the Columbine Day of Service.
Says students never even considered canceling it due to social distancing.
We have so many people who work at our school who are connected to Columbine. We have 21 staff members who were either students at Columbine on April 20th, 1999, or were teachers.
In addition to letters to senior citizens and essential workers, Garco says students are sewing protective gear, holding food drives, and doing neighbors' yard work.
I think we're honestly even going to have even more people taking part in acts of service and kindness and gratitude this year than even in years past.
Actions and words.
Even though we can't see each other, we love you and we're here for you.
To create something good.
I hope you know that you are loved and that everyone in this community is keeping you in their thoughts and in their hearts.
Out of something so bad. For Next,
We love you so much. Love the Columbine community.
I'm Nelson Garcia.
Did you have the least bit of doubt that the current circumstances this year was going to slow them down? Clearly not, as a community that is all about resilience and strength. Garcal, the teacher who is in charge of the project, said that students in at least 10 other states and countries as far away as Tanzania participated in this year's service project. You can still help out with what they're doing. You can find details at 9news.com/next. Since all this started, we've heard wonderful stories about the way that neighbors are trying to support the small businesses in their community that they value, especially restaurants because they are so hard hit by the stay-home order. People have been going in and getting curbside pickup or delivery, or they'll buy gift cards to go back when we're able to dine in again. Well, somebody in the East Wash Park neighborhood decided to take that generous idea and turn it up to 11. Byron Reed has the story.
Actually, if you think about it, it's kind of cool because
these days it takes a little more effort for neighbors to talk and catch up.
We love Wash Park. We had a baby at the time who now is in college.
Sharon and Dan Kravitz have lived in the Washington Park neighborhood for about 19 years, but have never had an experience like the one they had Saturday morning.
And found a little gift box bag with a card in it, and thought maybe a family member dropped something off.
Dear friend.
And what they found,
please enjoy these gifts,
really caught them by surprise.
Yeah, we were really blown away
when they opened what was left on their porch.
And inside, we thought that there were like coupons at first, and then we started looking and realized that there were gift certificates worth $75 to 12 small, locally owned restaurants and stores.
Sharon and Dan say the cards add up to $1,200.
I keep counting it, trying to say, wait a minute, is this really what I think it is?
Anonymously given to them and their neighbors.
May you and your loved ones be blessed with good health.
We're new to the neighborhood as about 9 months ago, and we just couldn't decide who would do something amazing like that.
It took a while to process what this really was. And the fact that it was done anonymously shows a humbleness and a grace and a generosity.
Neighbors say they're not sure how many received the gifts, but they appreciate the help for small businesses.
If we can bridge the gap and buy the time, keep for a few months so they can stay in business.
It's a kindness these residents plan to pay forward.
We're trying to pass it out to friends, family, and other people who might need a little pick-me-up.
During a time when catching up with your neighbors can go a long way.
My husband and I have talked about who we know who's currently out of a job and giving them a number of these gift certificates.
For Next,
thank you so much.
I'm Byron Reed.
Neighbors estimate that $25,000 to $30,000 worth of gift certificates were given out around the neighborhood. Did you spend your weekend watching the animals? I asked you to watch the animals with me. While us people are stuck at home, I think the animals are behaving strangely. Our continued project to track the animals and your feedback next. So you know the deal. We're bored. We're stuck at home. And that's why we're fixated on whether the animals are doing weird stuff, because us humans are behaving strangely as well, or at least differently than we normally do with the stay-home order. You, too, apparently are bored at home and similarly fixated on the animals, because you're sending us photos and videos every single day. Take a look. Lynn in Carbondale had some lurkers peeking in the windows of her home. This is, I'm not sure if deer were behaving differently or if this is what she always sees up there in Carbondale, but maybe they just wanted to peek in and figure out what was going on with us. Teresa captured a moment between a fox and her kit, took the photo up in Edwards on Friday as the snow was starting to melt there. Teresa says this fox family is not new to her area, but she does appreciate that she gets to see them a lot more now that she's home. And Lynn in Aurora sent us amazing photos from the GoPro that she set up on her bird feeder as the blue jays are grabbing peanuts and posing for the camera. Here's the deal. You got to keep these animal things coming because so much of the news is so depressing these days, and we are so incredibly bored. Email next@9news.com or use the hashtag #HeyNext. We finish, as always, with your feedback, a piece of text feedback to the line tonight. Hey, Kyle, Governor Polis shifted faster than those sticks on your wall. I don't know what you're talking about because the wood is not moving. A note from Rick who says, hey, Kyle, you do a great job. I really dig your newscast. I hope you aren't disappointed that this isn't an insult. I'm not disappointed at all, Rick. And thanks for everybody who sent a really nice note after Friday's show that closed with the guy saying that I should get fired or die of coronavirus. And James says, thanks for what I worth. Appreciate your team. Science, facts, and civil discourse are a critical part of our society. And I'm just a hillbilly from Western Colorado. Hillbillies love science, too. See ya.